Hello, I'm EnterElysium and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 as Independent India. We're going to have to go back against the Axis at some point soon. 43 will be the latest date we do that. I doubt we'll have anywhere near that long. We have to make sure we take out this land, hopefully down here, and hopefully push in here a little bit. And that's going to need a lot of troops because we have a lot of border to cover. It's going to be tough. So let's get to it. Right. Well, actually, let's pause again. We need to start putting our armies in certain places. Now, if we put them on the border with the Axis, they might get a little bit jumpy, but at the same time, I don't think we got a choice. We don't have a border with anyone else, really. If we're quite honest with ourselves, we don't have a border with anyone else. There you go. You. Mountaineer Desert Fox. You would be useful in a few places. Problem is, if I promote you to be a field marshal, you lose those traits. So I'd actually like you to be doing the invasion of Turkey. You'll probably stretch out and like cover a little bit more ground. And you're going to be laughably doing the invasion of Japan with 3 units. I'm also going to promote you to a field marshal when it becomes applicable. Right. We need to research fighters. That's something we need to desperately do this episode. Speed up. Construction. Oh, actually nearly done on construction. Right. What do we need to build in construction? I'm planning to advance many different locations. I'm wondering what we need to actually have as a fort. Leningrad, maybe? We're probably going to hold this and not advance up here. So Leningrad would probably be a good bet. Yeah. We'll take that up to 2 levels, just for the moment, just 2. Definitely do a few more naval dockyards at some stage. Civilian factories, yeah, I think now's a good time to put extra civilian factories in, and we can always convert them later to turn them into war factories. Just get a load of these placed now. And then we can turn them into military factories a little bit later. We'll add a couple more military factories as well. There we go. Radar station. Intel on enemy troops in nearby states. I did not know radar did enemy troops. It doesn't make sense. But okay. Radar there. Radar there. And there. And I actually want radar to be like some of the first stuff we do. We'll probably add more later on. Okay. How are we doing? Yeah, you're moving up, that's fine. What's the level of infrastructure, actually? Because we're going to need to be able to travel like our units around fairly quick. Infrastructure is actually going to be somewhat important to us. Actually, the best way to see infrastructure is to just bring it up in the construction tab. Yeah, that is not acceptable. Actually needs to be a 5. This is a main thoroughfare. 3's along there. Acceptable, not great. Upgrade you. Yeah, that needs to be upgraded. There we go. And that should upgrade that effectively to a 5 all through there. Yes. Good. Over here. Ooh, can I undo that? Yes, just go to the bottom of the list. Right, and then we'll tell that to be another thing that needs to be done relatively soon. We do need to be able to shift troops and resources around quick. Now, maybe we should ask someone to join our faction. Just long enough to be able to get that doctrine for the extra diplomacy slot. Can I create a faction? No, I actually need to go higher on my doctrines to create a faction. I think. We'll see in a minute. Okay, done that. Right. Do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, I believe doctrine is down here somewhere. Can create factions. Yeah, so ideological fanaticism. We'll get militarism. And next thing we want to do is do nuclear and fighters. They've got a lot more forces on that front line than I do. Fighters. Right, fighter 2. We've got a 50% reduction in cost. So yes, I would love to get fighter 2. Thank you very much. 44 days. We're going to need a lot more forces. That said, Turkey has barely any. You, unfortunately, actually going to need to go to Japan. Enjoy. Oh! It spread the... I didn't think it would do that. It spread the entire frontier down here. I thought it was per faction member. Interesting. Why has that spread that down there? Ah, because you're a puppet. Okay, so they act as, like, one nation, basically. Okay. What do we want? That's a little bit ahead of time. There we go, nuclear reduction. We'll grab it. It's a lot of work, but sure. See, it said 440 days, and now it's like, 160 days. So yeah, it doesn't apply the deduction until you get to here, apparently. Okay. The game's thinking hard. United States, how are you doing? No faction still. Limited interventions coming up. Okay. Okay, Japan haven't got anyone on that border. So the only person who seems to be worried about us is Germany right now. And that's worrying because they are very tough. Anytime that we can reduce this to here does shorten our border as well. Those are just my military police. We could convert them. But they'd be useless. Engineer company upgrade. Right. What do we want now? Signal wouldn't be a terrible idea. Infantry weapons. Start rolling that out. Anti-tank stuff. That's a lot of stuff that we really do want there. Mechanized, not really. Next level of close set support. So not a bad option. Rockets towards jets. Too early to really bother doing that. Advanced computing machine. With 50% reduction? Yeah, definitely, actually. A little bit ahead of time, but not all that much that makes me worry, especially when I've got 50% reduction. Fighter 2. There we go. And, oh! We've got a reduction for Fighter 3! Let's do it. It's so worth it. I mean, it's massively ahead of time, but that bonus will really mean that we can rock the sky. So let's actually start rolling out Fighter 2, and then we can get Fighter 3 later on. So production... Close air support. Build me Fighter 3. Fighter 2, sorry. I'm going to need quite a lot of them. Series of production over to there. Motorized, I want you to do the same. And I want to push Fighter to the top of the charts. Not to the top, otherwise like shift click. But I want you to go like a lot higher. Towed artillery, there we go. I keep forgetting to do the artillery. There we go, improved artillery. And yes, I will need to borrow a lot of aluminium for my fighters. And also rubber. Right, is there anyone else to join my faction? I can't create a faction. God damn it, I keep remembering that. Seriously, I forget certain things, and then other things just keep popping in my head. Ooh, right. You specialize in mountainous terrain. So you either go here. I think, actually, yeah, you go here. Then I'll grab some of the actual infantry out of here. And instead, get you to go over here. We're also going to need mountainous over here as well. But we're going to need a lot of stuff over there that we don't have. You. Another unit led by another general. Actually, don't promote for the moment. And front line here. That front line is going to have to extend to encompass Syria as well. But the point is, this unit is going to be entirely dependent on just hitting this point here and then holding it. We can hold that river and also block their access to actually using the canal. Do we want 4 more infantry here? I just honestly think we need more motorized. Infantry up here, though. And we'll grab these 4 motorized, and we'll move them to here instead. Because we need something that can move fast and take ground. Yeah. Delete that. Select all. Oh god, whoops, wrong one! There we go. Okay, so we've got our next level of national focus. Let's grab military youth. Oh my god, look at that manpower! What the hell? What the hell? Provided we can hold on to our industrial heartlands, we can just keep rolling out people forever. Yes, and I know this is why we should have done mass assault doctrine. I know. Well, hindsight, like, we can go back, but there's no point going back. We've already invested so much. I know it sounds like the sunk cost fallacy, but the point is that by the time we get to a decent place in the mass assault doctrine, it'll be way too late in the game, because each doctrine takes a very long time without bonuses. Fighters are doing well. Honestly, do we even spare military? No, literally got, like, the max. Okay. We're going to need more fighters, but we have the people to put in them, so I'm just going to max out fighters at the moment. We might also probably want a few more artillery. It's only upgrades. I won't bother for the moment. Okay, who are you? Another assault truck. There we go. You're going to probably need a few trucks as well, but the terrain is not as favorable, especially up here. I want you to be cautious. Everyone else is probably going to have to be, like, really attacky. Another assault truck, this time over here. Yeah, deployment's going fine. We've got plenty of resources, absolutely plenty. To the point where I'm tempted to add, 1, 2, 3, 4. We need more Alpine. And honestly, I'm going to change to just keep juicing them. Just keep at it. Same for you. I'll tell you when to stop. Heavy armor? I'll hit train, but I am dubious about if we've got the resources. We do. Not for more than... Okay. What are you missing? Heavy tanks? Yeah. Okay. Let's also edit... Whoops, wrong one. Edit that heavy armor. Add some support batteries. So, we want support artillery, because it's just amazing. Engineer company, sure. Logistics and recon. Need artillery, need support equipment. I'm sure they'll get it. Right, and then location. Rajasthan. Rajasthan. That's probably not how you pronounce it. And we're getting there with the tanks slowly. That's always going to be a bit of a slow one. Heavy tanks. We should also probably get some medium tanks at some stage, just because we do need something that can punch but also do a good hit. And mobile. The alternative is to give everyone anti-tank batteries, and this is one of the few times I might do it. We have fire support as a doctrine. I don't think we can really afford to go into another research route, and also to finance that. Oh, they've severely decreased the amount of people on this front. Military youth. Dem youth. Paramilitarism. Right. Mountainous terrain. Get your asses over here. Liberia, join the Allies. Rocket trucks. Yes, over here. If we might actually split this front into two different sections, so that one section attacks the Siamese Empire, because it's flat, and the other side uses Alpine to go over there. So we might end up splitting you. In fact, actually, you're over your limit right now. So we will. Select all of you. No, select all of you. And then select the most veteran units from there. Right. I would like you to decrease your frontage. And then I would like 11. New commander. Winston Moresby. To have front line here, and then I'll need to edit that front line. There we go. Advanced computing machine. Lovely. I still got 50% discounts. The problem is I don't really want to waste them over on these, because these are really quick to do anyway. You know what? I think we need the anti-tank gun. I mean, the other choice is to go for, like, a rocket artillery. But I think the anti-tank gun might help. Just against tanks, though. And at the same time, tanks aren't often an issue. Whereas this gives us a lot of... Ooh, actually, we need advanced artillery. Straight up. But whereas the rocket artillery gives us a lot of soft attack, the difference between artillery and rocket artillery is artillery does, I think, more penetrating attack, like hard attack, whereas rocket artillery is just slightly less good. It does slightly more soft attack and a lot less hard attack. Which is, you know, fine. We also do need people to support up here, down here. Like, there's a lot of stuff we need to cover that we aren't. Look at that, just 16 infantry. By the way, 16 infantry happened. We'll start splitting these into divisions, like into proper theaters and stuff in a bit. You can be in charge of defending... Oh wow, that did not work. Let me try selecting again. Yeah, you need to extend to cover, like, all across here. I guess, actually, if I bin your orders and then I give you a... Not garrison area, fallback line. But we're going to need a line across here as well. Okay. Cancel. Let's do this again. Fallback line. And then 11 divisions on there. Wait. Oh, for God's sake. If I got the, yeah, I've got the wrong one selected. Ah! Now I need to go back down here. There we go. Right. This is why I need to organize things into theaters. All right, select half. Put into a new division. These are basically just going to be placeholder divisions at the moment. And we're going to tell them to have a fallback line. There. You. Fallback line. Technically, I believe that is an ice lake. Yeah. No one can get across there. So that's going to be another fallback line. Then we're going to have another one up here. So select half. And then we'll put a fallback line in. I think that's water still. Yes, it is. So yeah, they can't cross there. Okay, we're good. Eight Mountaineers. Definitely dedicating them over here. We need enough people to be able to punch through here nice and quick. Mountaineers excel at that sort of stuff. We need to be able to hit this. Then we need to send another load of units over to here to hold this. It's quite a large area. It's a very large frontage to be able to hold. Alright, we've got atomic research. 50% reduction in the ahead of time penalty. You know what? I wish I could save that for the nuclear bomb. We'll wait until we can grab this without the ahead of time penalty reduced. And instead, I'm honestly thinking that rocket artillery is probably a good way to go. Anti-tank. Let's have a look. Soft attack 4, piercing 75, hard attack 15. Breakthrough. This is right. This is what you want soft rocket artillery for, because it's got a nice breakthrough. Soft attack of 50, breakthrough of 9, hard attack is 1, piercing is 2. You are something like level 2 artillery. Breakthrough is only 7. Soft attack is only 40, but, you know, hard attack of 2, piercing of 5, good defense. I think rocket artillery is probably the way to go over anti-tank, just because tanks aren't going to be the major problem. It's always going to be infantry that's our major problem. Tanks are occasionally annoying, but if you attack them, they have low HP, just when they're attacking you. So I think rocket artillery is probably the best way to go for this. It's a controversial decision, I realise, though. Oh, suddenly this 51 is like, no. Oh, now it's good again. Oh, because people are moving around. Yeah, but suddenly a lot of forces over here. That's a lot of forces over, actually. Advanced Firebase. Yes, that is pretty damn good. Start learning that. United States. Extra research slot. Still not in the war. Come on. We need to drain that surplus population. Heavy armor's still working on having enough tanks, so we can't really speed that up. What can we speed up? More normal units. More normal units. We can spam them for a very long time. So that's what we're going to do. Bring the spam. We definitely need more people on this front. How are we doing? Fighter 2, 160. It's not quite good enough. We've got paramilitarism. Let's get ideological fanaticism. Okay, let's start giving people orders so they know vaguely what they're going to be doing. Your job is firstly... Okay, let's bin that, right. Your job is firstly going to be to push to about there. Edit button. There, so that actually includes that. Then into here, from there. Yep, that's correct. At the second time, I'd like to swing down a unit from up here to threaten Kiev. Edit. And then, in theory, after this, We spread out along there. This is a very complex attack, I realize. And then we can use this load to swing up and grab this, basically try and do a encirclement. I kind of think that that's going to have to be taken much more by ear. But we'll see. We'll play you from... Oh God. This is probably one of the more, like, complicated attacks I've done. And at the same time, I do want you to be advancing across here. Just put some pressure on them. Yeah, that looks like a fairly complicated attack. Whoops. Right. I want you to carry out that. And I want you to carry out that. You'll need more units up here. Only 11 does not cut it. 13, 33. Yeah, you're going to need some reinforcements. How about you? 18, 13, 26. Yeah, wait, that sounds reasonable. Okay, that's where I think we'll end it for today. We're getting ready. We're waiting. Hopefully Germany will destroy its units by trying to attack towards Copenhagen. We managed to get our better artillery. Sweet. Working on rocket artillery. Working on land doctrine. Armor, I still don't think that's a really decent choice for us. Maintenance company. Good for the heavy tanks, because we can't afford them to break down. They're too expensive to replace. And I'm going to quickly, before we end, upgrade to using advanced artillery. So it wasn't too bad that we missed artillery for a long while, because we're going to start rolling out the next one anyway. We probably will want to start rolling out more, though. And same for heavy tanks. Okay. Alright, that's good. I've been EnterElysium. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. Not subscribed, please consider subscribing. There is a war coming. It's going to be interesting. I think off camera, I'm going to put in all the attack moves and stuff. This one I want to do on camera because it's a bit more complicated. We're going to try and encircle this entire area. So it is a little bit of a... it's a bit more of an ambitious plan. Because... firstly, I was like, right, if we attack Sevastopol, there's going to be a bulge there. What if we cut off the bulge? And then I realized that actually, there's a port there. We'll have grabbed the ports here. This one will be cut off. If we can just grab this port, this will actually be surrounded. Might not be possible, but we'll certainly give it a try. Anyway, until next time, stay shiny.